So these are the minimum system requirements. A quad core, 8 gigs of RAM, 4 gig GPU, and this is my laptop. It has 4 gigs of RAM, dual core Celeron running on 1.9 gigahertz. The GPU is integrated. It borrows RAM from these 4 gigs. 120 gigs storage. So there it is. It's a Celeron 5205U. You can look it up. It's really a really weak processor. Even this laptop, right? Look at that. It's a Celeron, right? It's a Dynabook something, Tecra, whatever. And given this laptop, I'm going to run Olden Era on this laptop. Now the first thing you want to do is, once you run Steam, right, let's run Steam right there. Takes a while. Here we are. We're in Steam. Okay, so here's Olden Era. So the first thing you want to do, right click Olden Era, go Properties, and in General tab, you want to turn off enable the Steam overlay while in game. That's what you want to turn off. And launch options, this field, you want to write this down: for slow power device, exactly as it is written here with the minus signs and all that. Once you do that, you run the game. All right, so let's run the game. Let's hit play. Again, this is the laptop we were discussing, right? The dual core Celeron with 4 gigs of RAM and an integrated GPU that borrows from that RAM, right? Let's run it. Now this is going to take a while, okay? When you run it, it'll take a while, but it runs fine once you set it up, right? So there we go. Let's wait until it right, it takes a while. I'm not gonna cut this part out just so you can see how long it takes to run the game. To start up the game. So this is where I can already skip the intro, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna skip it. And it's loading the main menu. There we go. This is the this bar has to go all the way to the right side, and it's just here now, and now we're gonna have to wait. Oh, it's right here. And it's gonna take even longer when you start the actual map up. But once you're in the map, once you're playing, it's fine. Okay, so we're in the game. I mean, in the main menu. And as you can see, this is it's not the demo, it's the full version, the early access. Now, before you run anything, you have to go into settings and copy exactly everything I did. So I'm just gonna scroll, and you can pause the video and then just set everything up just like I did. So in the general tab, I did what you can see here. So I'm gonna scroll that down slowly so you can see. Just do the exact, set it up exactly as I did. I lowered the, this is usually much higher, so you lower this to 0.1, the map camera speed. So once you this tab, right? Once you see city camera mode, static, all of this stuff, very important. Then you go to the video tab. So display mode, full screen, resolution. I set it to 1280 to 720, but you can go even lower than that. You can actually set it to 1024 by 768. This laptop can actually run it even at this slightly higher resolution than the absolute minimum. VSync off, obviously. Anti-aliasing, none. Turn off the maximum FPS setting. Just turn it off. No need to fiddle with that. Bloom effect off, and then all the quality sets. Every quality option has to be set to the lowest possible. So we're going low, none, and none, and low. And once you do that, there's also readability. You set it also as I did. Set the first one to dark, and then outlines none. Depth of field, distance fog off, fog of war, void, cloud shadows off, day and night change visuals off, glow, map, square, hover, all of these off, right? All of these off, just off. And then battle, only the last one I left on, so I can, I guess, see the bottom of a stack if I select it or something. I don't even know what this is for, but it doesn't hurt. Now, the alternate battle camera position, there's probably, because I left it on 0, but I'm gonna try the other ones as well. But it works fine at 0, so this I guess you can fiddle with this. And then that's it. Audio, you leave it as is, and hotkeys, leave them as they are. Don't touch any of those. So once you do all of that, you accept, because I already did it, I don't have to do that again, right? Then you go back, and now we're gonna run a map. Now, there's more stuff you have to do. This is not everything, right? Once you get first choice of the map, you're not gonna be, I mean, it's not smart for you to pick any large maps. You know, you should play medium maps. So let's go new game, custom game, and then we go to select map or template. And this one's fine actually. Arcade, medium, 80 times 80. Okay, so first, so you select a medium map, and then also AI. You should set all these to easy so it offloads any CPU demands, because any higher end the CPU has to work harder. But you can get away with setting all of these to like normal. But just for this tutorial, I'm gonna do the most I mean the way that is the most foolproof way. Okay, all of these, leave them as they are. And what else? Well, then you start the game, and I'm not gonna cut this either. I clicked start the game. Now let's see how long it takes to load the map. And it's gonna take a while again. This just so you see, I'm not running this on any other machine than the one I presented here. The dual core Celeron with 4 gigs of RAM and an integrated GPU that shares from those 4 gigs of RAM. Okay, so it's still loading, and this is gonna take longer than getting to the main menu, as far as I know. So we're still waiting, and we're still waiting. Turn it on, because this is not everything you have to do. Once you get into the game, you have to zoom in as far as you can, because the viewport, you want to have the least amount of objects being rendered inside the viewport. So the further out you zoom, the more demanding it gets. So you want to zoom as far into the viewport as it allows you to. And I tried to edit the ini file, but it doesn't have any extra settings other than the ones that are available in the main menu through the game. So you don't have to go into the file explorer and look for the ini files and all that. You don't have to do that. It doesn't have anything that this menu in the game doesn't have. So we're still waiting. As you can tell, it's quite a while. But again, I'm not going to cut it so you can get the feel of how this works on this low, on such a low power machine, right? But it works. That's the point. You can actually play the game. So again, this is the laptop, the same laptop I was talking about. Because remember, the official system requirements, the minimum system requirements, require a 10th generation Intel quad core, 8 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of dedicated video card like a GTX 1650. There we go. It's loading the map. It's loading the map now. This is quicker. This will be over in a minute. There we go. We're in the game. Now the first few seconds, it's until everything kind of settles. And there we go. It's nice and, it's, I don't know how many frames per second, but it is playable. It's probably like 20, 25, maybe even 30 at some point. So the first thing you want to do is zoom in as far in as you can, right? There we go. And let's move. So I'm going to move right here. As you can see, you can move freely. It's nice. It works fine. Let's pick this up. There we go. Let's go in the... now you can scroll the map just fine. Look at that. Alright. And let's go into town. And this works fine as well. There we go, town. All the units. Buildings. You can build stuff. Let's build the bank. Very important. Have a lot of gold coming in every day. And then you exit. Again, this is all this time, that laptop, the same laptop. Alright, so it works fine. You just have to adhere to everything I mentioned, and you can play this game just fine. You can get away with even larger maps, more opponents, all that stuff. I just went for the foolproof, the base case, right? So you can go from there. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and see ya.